Incoming fire.
I know.
Ascendant. Is it the next big alpha release that's going to shake up the gaming world? Stick around, because what I might show you just may change the way we think about FPS forever. Hey there, gamers. Today we're diving into Ascendant, the highly anticipated game from PlayFusion. It's got quite a few people buzzing. This isn't just another shooter, so let's get that clear. We're talking about a game that's aiming to redefine FPS. But before we get into the nitty gritty, let's talk about why it matters in today's landscape. So, we all know that FPS is a crowded market. We know that it's busier than a Fortnite lobby on Patch Tuesday. Every year, we see new shooters trying to carve their own niche in the market. But let's be honest, most of them end up feeling like reskins of games we've played 100 times. Game developers face this massive challenge: how do I create something fresh in a genre that's been around since the days of Doom? How do I get players excited about yet another gun game? We've already maxed out that battle pass in Call of Duty, Apex Legends and Valorant, so what else is there? Well, don't forget, we're getting tired of these same old games. Drop in, loot up, shoot, die, repeat. The thrill's gone. It's replaced by that grind that feels more like work than play. Yeah, we come home, we want to have some fun, and it's just a grind. So we want something new, something that's going to reignite our passion for FPS games. And that, my friends, is where I think Ascendant comes in. And I think it's got some tricks up its sleeve to do that. So Ascendant isn't just bringing a new gun to a gunfight. It's bringing the battlefield to the fight. Let's break it down, try and understand what makes this game different, okay? So first off, forget everything you know about static maps, predictable gameplay. Ascendant bills itself as this adaptation shooter, but what does that mean? It means every match is trying to be different, trying to be a new adventure. It uses something called the virtual game director, and what that does is it mixes up the game, so you land in the map and it changes where you're going to find things. So things like the monsters, like the shops where the missions turn up, the events that come on randomly throughout the game. It's all done based on how the game is sort of flowing and how it's going out, and that's brand new. There's also this power system as well, so forget sorting your loadouts before, getting your XP to do your guns, etc, etc. You need power in this game to allow you. You all start with same guns, same weapons, same everything. You've got to collect some power to build them up. So this where it comes into like the strategic gameplay. Do I head straight for the mission? Do I head straight for players? Do I build up the power? What do I do? The power system there isn't just a term for ammo and health. It's a resource that you and your team share as well. So typically in these games, you would go out, you'd get the gear, the power in this instance for yourself, and that allows you to buy a gun. No, this is team play. You get the power for the team, so you share the spoils of war. It adds a whole new layer to how you decide how to play. It most definitely does. Speaking of weapons as well, the Ascendant's arsenal is pretty cool. You've got plasma rifles, beam gloves, customization of these weapons. You can modify everything from barrels to stocks, creating a weapon that's truly your own. Okay. The movement in Ascendant is great. You've got wall climbing, you've got no fall damage. In a game where you've got a lot of vertical movement, so where you can go up high, this makes it different. I'll be running forward, running at a wall, I'll start climbing it, get up to the top, find out there's players there already, jump down. It's class, it's class. You can set up ambushes from above, make daring escapes. Find sneaky routes to flank your enemies. So there's like little tunnels you can find in the map that you can sneak through, air vents, all that sort of stuff. It's the best part of Titanfall's movement. I don't know if you played that, but it's the best part of that cranked up to 11 as far as I'm concerned. But this is where it gets interesting. It's not just about the PvP. The world of Harmony is teeming with like hostile wildlife. So from giant snails called catamores to the terrifying burrows that like just pop up everywhere, to the big Godzilla that just stomps around the map. This PvE element is there to just add an extra layer of confusion to the game. So you could be fighting two different teams at the same time, trying to get to the biocore or trying to guard the shop or whatever it is doing, and then all of a sudden you'll find a burrow appear. That's again the game director directing the action to where it needs to be in the game. It's like what could go wrong when I'm fighting a team? My back's against the wall. I'm getting absolutely kiboshed. Oh, look, there's a big Godzilla charging at me. It's that sort of craziness, and it just adds to the gameplay. But here's for me where it gets really interesting. What makes it absolutely different class? Okay, so it's not just about the PvP. It's not just about the amazing wildlife or whatever else. What it has, when you're not in the heat of battle, is this interactive social hub. So before you load into the game or whatever else, you load into the social area. It's like an 80s movie set. So there's a shooting range that's like a bowling alley. There's a discotheque. There's a medical centre. There's all these different shops, and all the characters in this area are very interactive. So you can go up to them, talk to them about. They basically give you some understanding of the lore of the game. They can give you some missions in between the games. They can give you missions in the game. But it's not just that. Yeah, so you wander around, you do all this stuff, you find out this information, you do the customization stuff that's there. But it's like it's like an area that's always there. It's a server that's always up. So if I sit in this server for 10 hours, people will keep coming and joining to play the game. You can talk and socialise with these people. It's like The Sims meets Fortnite. I can't think of any other way of describing it. It's like all the players that join, you're like, hello, you alright? Do you want to be in my team? Do you want to... What are you doing? What are you here for? Do you have any missions to do? You as your avatar is meeting and talking to these players, and it's there for as long as you want to be there. You could sit in that room forever meeting new people. It's a totally different dynamic to this sort of game. Usually you get like your COD lobbies where in the olden days it was just verbal abuse or whatever else. It's an area to socially interact, and for them to come up with this idea is just a game changer for me. You can make friends, you can meet people, you can interact, you can find out the history of the game together, you can agree to do missions together, you can talk about gun customization. It's endless, and that's what they want it to be. They want the social aspect of the game to be huge, and I think a lot of different gaming companies have missed the trick, and I think these guys may have nailed it. So, all the game is wrapped up in this compelling backstory. You play someone who's been in cryosleep for 1,000 years, awakened into this new world, transformed by an event called the Cascade. Your job is to navigate this new hostile environment and fight for survival. So, we mentioned the virtual game director earlier, changing the map up and directing the traffic. It's these standoff moments with other teams where suddenly this massive gore lizard bursts through the wall, forcing both teams to change their tactic and fight it out. It ensures that no two games you play will ever be the same. Yeah, you've got the biocore objective system, so this is the extraction part of the extraction shooter genre that's brought in. You've got to find these biocores and extract them to get the win or be the last team to survive. These aren't your typical capture points. Biocores can appear randomly throughout the match, sometimes even inside the massive creatures we talked about earlier. This unpredictability forces teams to constantly reassess their strategies in this gameplay. You've got the shop system, which is another stroke of genius, because these aren't your static buy menus in between games. You're actually going into a shop within the match, and that forcing you to a location always sorts to instigate PvP action. So you're trying to get the power, to get the weapons, to get the shields, to get the upgrades at the same time as the other team are doing it. And then if you get there first, you've either got to hold that shop and protect yourselves against the team that's incoming, or if you're the guys trying to get to the shop and there's someone there, you've got to battle it out to try and get in to get your upgrades. It's just so clever. So clever. Like I say, it's about building communities. Play Fusion, so community focused. I've been lucky enough to be part of the creator program, which is offering streamers the opportunity to get some really good content out there because they want people to see the game. It's not one of these gaming companies that get you to sign an NDA, hide behind the development process. From day one, they've had content creators involved, gamers involved, asking what works, what doesn't work. They are massively focusing on the game player. They want this to be successful for them because they know if it is, it'll allow them to invest in it further, develop it further, develop the concept, develop the idea. I think that is so refreshing. Being part of the gaming community for a long time, it always seems like people have ideas, they have complaints, they're not fed back properly, and I think this Play Fusion company are really keen to get that player buy-in, and they know if they can find what the players want and make the game work, they will be successful. So, in conclusion, what do we think? So for me, we started with a question: is Ascendant the next big gaming FPS thing? Yeah. Based on what we've seen together, I think it's got the potential. I think it's taking elements from the FPS genre, combining them in ways we've never seen before. The dynamic gameplay, the deep strategic elements, the PvP, the PvE, the social interaction. It all adds up to something that's really unique. The real test will come when the players get their hands on it, which is very soon. I believe that's this weekend, August the 2nd. There's going to be a creator kick-off event, followed by an open beta on the 3rd that runs through to the 5th. This is your opportunity as a gamer to get involved at the front. Yeah, this is the first open test that these guys are going to release. So I think get in, have a play, see what the hype is, see why I'm so passionate about this game, see what you think, see how you can feed into it. If you're as excited as Ascendant as I am, don't miss this chance, yeah? This is your opportunity to play. Head over to ascendant.com, sign up for the beta. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Hopefully I might have some keys to give out, depending on how this insider program goes. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you agree with my insights. If not, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But this is me, TJ, signing off. Remember, in the world of Ascendant, you either adapt or you die. See you in harmony, guys.